What's going on, guys? I'm going to be showing you a little Rust build on how to build a base that is super hard to raid. And the reason why it's super hard to raid is because the tool cupboard is going to be so hidden that it's going to force the raiders to go up. They can't build a raid tower and build all the way up to your base and then C4 down, because most of the time you want to onion your loot. Put it in the middle. If you have a 5-story building, you want to put it on the 3rd story and put it in the middle like an onion. So you first want to start off by putting a foundation relatively high up. You want to upgrade it to wood. Nothing else, just wood for now. And then put your tool cupboard underneath there. Want to authorize yourself, and then build a 4x, or build it all the way around. But on this server, it is a building server, so I can do a grade of 2, I believe. Yeah, and it'll automatically set it to stone. This is going to cut out time for the video, so I don't have to upgrade. But from here, you can put airlock on and have it. It's just your basic start of the base, because if this is a build on a vanilla server, it does take a decent amount of resources. But what's cool about it is it can always be customized and it can always be upgraded. But you first want to start off by taking salvage shelves and blocking off as much of the wood as you can. What this enables is because the raiders, if they ever do raid your base, this is probably where they're going to end up first, the first set of chests. And the reason why we're putting salvage shelves is to block out the holes that you've seen right there, where raiders might see exactly where your building parameters are, and then the build is deemed useless. But these chests and these salvage shelves will block off most of the site of the wood, so 99% of the time they're not even going to pay attention. You want to put your chest here. This is where you can store your wood, your food, basic materials that you don't care about losing too much. And you want to wall it off. Alright, so I messed up on the shelf. It stuck out a little bit too far than it should, so I can't place a wall right here. But let's just pretend there's a wall right there and a ceiling. Once you have walls around your base, and if you do have the materials to start off right away, you want to honeycomb it. So you put your triangle foundations all the way on the round on the outside. It's good to start the build in a valley, because it's super high in the middle, the foundations are, and then it lowers out. So you can put multiple layers of honeycomb. But I always have good luck with just this amount. And for the airlock, you want to make it so as many doors as possible. From here, you just want to honeycomb the rest of the base. The first layer, unless you have, your small base because you didn't have the materials to do it, should always be honeycombed on the first floor. Make the raiders use as much C4 to try to get to this tool cupboard that they can't find now, because it's so well hidden. I'm not going to do the honeycomb in the middle just to save a little bit of time on the video. And the walls are facing the right way, obviously. This is where you would put your hatch to go to your second floor. If I can get it to build. And then your ceilings. And then your door. So when they blow in, they're going to think that the building parameters are somewhere in the honeycomb. So it's either going to make them focus on blowing up your honeycomb and wasting their C4 instead of wasting on the doors to get to the rest of your loot. But right here, you can't tell that it's wood underneath unless you're really trying to focus on it, and I am doing it right now and really can't even notice. You can still access these chests. But that's just the start of it. Obviously, after that, you can do whatever you want. I'm going to do a quick build, update this. Maybe do it in a different spot because of how low this is, just to show you guys what you can do with this build. But you could do it any way you want. Make sure, obviously, All these are on the right side, so they can't pickaxe through it. So once you get the foundation laid out, your first floor and your second floor laid out, after that, if nobody on the server really knows about the little trick that I taught you, you could really just ideally keep building up. And the higher you go up, the higher valued loot you can store up there, because the raiders will have to go up. I'm only allowed to put one layer of high external stone walls around my base right now because this guy right here decided to build and put a tool cupboard. But after you get your base secured and you have extra stone, you know, a couple chests of stone or whatever, keep layering them high external stone walls. Leave enough where you can walk around and repair them in case, you know, just decay or raiders. If you're on a modded server and there's no decay, then you could put them real close and tight up close. And then if raiders do come in through the walls, then you can just, you know, place walls in place of the ones that got destroyed. But I'm just going to give a theory on it. If I were to have, you know, 4 or 5 layer of high external stone walls, which is normally what I have. So that's 2 C4, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 to get to here. So that's 15, 17, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. And I'm assuming they're going to know the loot is through this wall, so we'll say 43. Well, let's go to this wall. It's going to be a while before you can get this many auto turrets, but the reason why I have them laid out like this is because if they do come through the floor and they blow out this floor right here, this is still going to hold up the salvage shelf because it's on 2 layers. If someone gets boosted up here, now they have to face 4 auto turrets. If they come in through this door and go through all these, then they're going to have to face 5. And with 4 auto turrets on the last server I had, it took 3,028 bullets to fill up every single auto turret, and it was on a vanilla server. I only play on vanilla servers. Modded servers are just not for me. But well, you could do what you want with the inside of your base. I suggest obviously having higher tier loot. You know, this is just a basic loot room for your stones, your ores, your metal frags, and the one up there could be for your C4 explosives, gunpowder, weapons, whatever you want it to be. This right here is the room to run around, open these doors. You can shoot people from here, and you have all run around. I like having a little, you know, beds with some guns, food, and armor, medical supplies, just in case you get shot, and then you can run right out here to this. I don't have a gun on me, but shoot the bad people or the raiders or whatever. But every single door slot that you guys seen that doesn't have a door in it, I would put a door in there, because not only do doors make it frustrating for raiders because they have to use more C4, but it can confuse them on where they're located in the base. If you have this big open floor plan, they can really, you know, run outside, have a friend say, okay, you know, I hear the auto turrets on this floor or whatever, because auto turrets do sometimes bring out your loot room. Maybe you could space it out. But you want as many doors as you can. It gets annoying, but once you know the layout of your base, you're a well-oiled machine in your own base. And that's perfect for, you know, if the raiders ever do get inside your base, you'll know exactly where they are. But as far as that, you guys can design it how you want. But, you know, the video is just a basic little idea on how to prevent your base from getting raided via a raid tower, them building up, and them C4ing down. Because if you don't do this idea, I would suggest onioning your loot. And that means, you know, if you have a 10-story building, put it on the 6th floor in the middle. That will prevent the raiders from, you know, getting tool access, building up, and then just C4ing one down. And then, because everybody seems to put their loot at the very, very top. And this is the only way I would suggest putting your loot at the very, very top. But, you know, if you guys liked this little tip and trick and build video, drop a like, subscribe for more. I really do like Rust. I really enjoy the mechanics behind it, and I'm going to try to come up with as many ideas as I can to building the best unrateable base, because this game, you have to put in time. If you only play a couple hours a day, you're just going to keep getting raided, um, unless you really, really secure your loot. And what's good about this base idea, one last thing before I end the video, is you could start small. You can just have that simple 4x4, keep gathering resources, and then slowly work your way up with still having a secured base. But if you liked it, like I said, drop a like, drop a comment. If you want more Rust content, subscribe. But all right, guys, thanks. Peace out.